Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing really well. A big warm welcome if you're new here and thank you so much for joining me. In this video, we're going to be talking about 8 fashion mistakes that we may well all be making. And I'm going to offer you some solutions, some fixes that you might like to think about doing instead. So please don't get offended by my suggestions. It's all pretty light-hearted and I've been guilty, very guilty of some of these mistakes myself. So I wanted to share them with you. Now, another thing, of course, is that fashion and style are really subjective. So, you know, what one person thinks is stylish may be a total faux pas to another, of course. So these are just my opinions. Ultimately, I truly believe that we should just dress in exactly what we love and what makes us feel happy, confident and comfortable. So I'm definitely not being critical here. I just want to help. So let's get stuck straight into it with my first fashion mistake that we may be making, which is wearing the wrong undergarments. Now, I think that wearing undergarments that fit well is one of the really key things to looking good. And if it's wrong, it can be a total disaster. It's like building a house, isn't it? You know, if the foundations aren't laid properly, the whole thing might fall down. And underwear is just like that. Well, I don't mean it falls down, but you know what I mean. So I think there's a couple of problems here. One is wearing underwear that does us no favors and isn't the correct size or fit, like you can see here. Now, essentially, the bra is too tight and it gives me some really unattractive bulges. I just had my hair done actually, and I think it looks great, but not the bulges. And the top was too tight as well. Yay! And the other thing that I think we tend to forget, at least some of us, like me, is that even if the underwear starts off all merry and bright and fits us well, garments, particularly bras especially, can kind of spread with age. So they end up being a bit saggy and a bit baggy. And of course we can change in size too. And you know, sometimes our underwear doesn't necessarily follow us. So of course the solution to all this is to have a little review of your underwear drawer and see if you need to replace anything. You know, get properly fitted and you will see a huge difference in how your clothes lie on top and how they sit on your body. So on to my second mistake that we may be making, which is number 2, wearing clothes that are too tonally different. I think there's often a temptation to reach for items that we consider as sort of easy and sort of fail-safes. And I'm thinking here of black trousers in particular, especially if you're wearing a more formal outfit. And this can be where the problems lie. You know, I love black trousers, but they don't go with everything. So for example, here you can see that I've teamed these trousers with a lovely shirt, but there are a few problems here. The biggest one, I think, is that there is too big a contrast in tone as well as the colour of the black with the soft light blue and white. I mean, in theory, a blue blouse should go with black trousers, shouldn't it? But tonally, at least a pale blue blouse is just too different. Now, the other issue is the weight of the blouse in contrast to the trousers. The blouse is beautiful, but it's linen, and the trousers are more kind of dressy and not so much for the summer. So that's another little thing to bear in mind. It's this blouse actually from With Nothing Underneath. It's absolutely beautiful. But going back to the tonal issue, if we wear pieces where the tones are too dissimilar, so something really dark with something really light like this, the outfit just doesn't look cohesive or put together. Now, one exception to the rule, of course, which you're probably already thinking, is what about monochrome black and white? Well, they are a little bit different, partly because they're actually non-colours. So the white is the extreme light non-colour and black is an extreme dark non-colour. So somehow they work together. But in every other case, it becomes a problem. So in contrast here, you can see that the shirt that I'm wearing here, the same one, goes much better with the white trousers. Both tones are soft and also the white picks out the fine white stripe in the shirt too. The whole look just seems much more considered and kind of flowing. Now, it can happen the other way around too, of course, as in this look. This is my look number 4. Now, these pale green silk trousers, these are from Goelia, are so beautiful, so delicate. They're fine, soft, delicate colour. But, you know, when I teamed the black t-shirt, which is also lovely in its own right, with them, it just looks jarring somehow. So there's just nothing really to link the two together. Now, I think you'll agree that this way of wearing these silk trousers is much more cohesive and looks much more polished. Also, another little thing is it's more lengthening for the figure too. So it kind of continues the line of tone all the way down the body. Whereas in the other look, the black created a kind of block for the upper body. So for my number 3 mistake, it is wearing things that aren't the right size. And I'm thinking in particular here of too tight or too small. Now, you might laugh if you know my channel, because normally I would say that the big no-no is wearing things that are too big. And I often talk about this, but this time I'm focusing on things that might be too small. So maybe we buy something that's a bit tight and we think, oh, that'll be lovely when I've lost tons of weight. But you know, that doesn't always happen, does it? I know it doesn't to me. Honestly, I'll let you into a little secret actually. I bought a pair of stunning Armani trousers when I worked in Dubai years ago at huge discount. Now I bought them, let's be honest here, because they were Armani and beautiful, but they were way too small. But you know what? I bought them anyway, and thinking, rather naively I think, that I would be able to get into them at some point. But you know, ladies, I'm not even as small as I was when I was in Dubai, and we're talking about maybe 12 years ago now, let alone smaller. So there is no hope at all that I will ever fit into them, and I don't even know where they are. I mean, I clearly dumped them somewhere in disgust. If I find them, I'll share them with you. They were about this wide, so who was I kidding? And this is the sort of thing that I'm talking about. You know, so if you do squeeze into an item, which I will never be able to do with those trousers, but if you do, it will probably be uncomfortable, and you'll be constantly aware of, you know, pulling it down or pulling it up, or it's just not comfortable. So the solution, personally, I'm planning to go through my wardrobe and basically just either give away, give to charity, or sell anything that I know in my heart of hearts that I really won't wear. Okay, let's move on to the 4th mistake, which is buying the same item over and over and over and over again. I'm definitely guilty of this, as you can see here. I mean, I love a cream or an ivory jacket or cardigan, but honestly, I don't think I need any more. In fact, I nearly wore one of them for this video too, but as you can see, I've gone for this beautiful shirt instead. Now, maybe you're the same, or is it just me, that, you know, you find something that you love and you feel comfortable in, and you just buy it again and again. Now, I'd love to hear what your experiences are, so do please comment below. I always love to hear from you. And I just wanted to say before I go on, if you've noticed this sort of monstrous thing on my chin, well, it's not monstrous, but it's there. You know, if you're anything like me, ladies, this is the menopause, the beautiful menopause that we have to go through. So do please ignore this. Apologies. Okay, my 5th mistake is this, not having enough everyday clothes. Now, you know, we often angst about what to wear when we get an invitation to a special occasion or a special event, and we may spend some money, sometimes quite a bit of money, on beautiful pieces for these occasions. As you can see, I'm definitely guilty of this myself. This dress, I should say, not dress, was to die for, and I just couldn't resist it for a family wedding. But the mistake that we may make is to spend money on these kinds of things and ends up with not having enough clothes for every day. You know, it's no good having a dress like this if I'm then pottering about every day in a sweatshirt and old joggers because I don't have anything else. Well, that's not quite true, but you know, you get the picture. So let's face it, we spend most of our time in everyday clothes. So in my opinion, not only do we need enough outfits for our daily lives, but why not select pieces that make us look and feel the very best version of ourselves at the same time? I mean, it doesn't have to mean that you're spending tons of money, but what it does mean is you're choosing things that we love and that we feel very happy wearing, whether it's a special colour or a type of outfit, something like that. So my next mistake number 6, is the wrong footwear. Now, I'd like you to have a look at the difference in these two looks that I'm showing you on these cutaways. This often happens with neutral outfits, actually. We often just reach for a pair of black shoes or sandals because, you know, they go with everything, but actually they don't. It's going back to my point about things being tonally too different, and black shoes with a lightish outfit, for example, or even a bold, bright outfit, they just look too harsh and they cut off the foot from the rest of the outfit. So the solution, I think, is to wear more neutral shoes with lighter neutral outfits, or select footwear that perhaps picks up some shade or tone from the outfit that you're wearing. Now, I'm not saying don't wear black footwear, of course. I love black footwear, but just wear it with things that black complements, like black. Okay, mistake number 7, socks. There's a lot about socks actually. Firstly, let's look at colour. Now, a real fashion mistake, I think, is to wear black socks with white or pale coloured sneakers. I'm really sorry, but I do think it just looks bad. It's actually beginning to sound like I don't like black, but that's absolutely not true. You just need to be careful what you team it with, of course. Also, I think we have to be really careful about brightly coloured and patterned socks too, especially with something that's a bit more polished like loafers. And I do think they look a bit odd with sneakers as well. I'd love to hear your comments about this. In the summer particularly, if you're wearing something like sneakers, loafers, ballet flats or any other shoe which you might style with a skirt or trousers or jeans which show the ankle, I really think it's a fashion mistake to wear socks that are visible. What I would suggest is you need to wear socks that are no show. So much prettier and more elegant. And if you're looking at wearing loafers in the winter and it's chilly to keep your ankles warm, I would suggest either fine socks in the colour of your loafers, like black perhaps, or fairly sheer tights, again in black. Other than that, you know, no show socks I think are really the way to go. And I have found some wonderful ones. Like these. These are from Amazon. So they're very cheap. They come in different colours as well, but they are, let me show you just here, fantastic because they are very low vamp in the foot and they've got a kind of a sticky bit here so they don't come unstuck on your heel. They don't get sort of messed up in the bottom of your shoe. They are absolutely brilliant. So for my final mistake that I have made myself many times, number 8, jeans that stop at the wrong point on the leg. So here I'm really thinking about when we wear slim fit jeans or trousers or leggings, because this is when it can really happen. What you don't want is for the jeans or the leggings to bunch up at the ankle. Basically, that means your jeans are just too long, of course. Now, I've found this loads over the years because I'm only 5'4", and most jeans are made for rather taller women than me. So the key, of course, is to get them tailored so they don't do this. Get them taken up a little bit to show a glimpse of ankle, which I think is way more flattering, a better look and a better proportion. Or even consider buying the next length down for you. So maybe think about buying a petite length. It really will make a huge difference to your look. So I will link the items that I've shown you here underneath the video, and I know that this video is really subjective, and as I said at the beginning, what I find are fashion and style mistakes may well be things that you really love, in which case that's great, of course, or for feeling comfortable in anything you wear. But do please comment and express your views on this topic. Can't wait. So if you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you join our wonderful community. So I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week. Looking forward to seeing you in a few days for more short and long videos, so please watch out for them. Lots of love. Bye.